Morning to all of you. The last class we are seeing potential energy of system of 2-point charges in external field. This was a 2020 question. You must have seen that. Today we are going to discuss with capacitor and capacitance. The last part of this chapter, capacitor and capacitor. Capacitor means it is an arrangement to store electrical charge and hence electrical energy. You can see in the most of the devices, rotating devices, you can see this. Inside that means fan, you can see washing machine, electric motor, in all the electronic circuit, you can see this capacitor. Capacitor means in an arrangement to store electric charge and hence electrical energy in a very small space. What is the construction of this? It consists of two conductors. Capacitor consists of two conductors. It can be of any shape. One is having positive charge, another is having negative charge, separated by an insulating medium, dielectric medium. So any type of conductors you can take. One is having positive charge, another is having minus charge, separated by an insulating medium. So this we call it as a capacitor. The conductor can be in the form of a parallel plates, depending upon the shape. I am giving examples. So first conductor can be of like this, plate, parallel plates. Second conductor can be of negative. So this will be plus Q charge and minus Q charge. As we are already familiar with this kind of arrangement we are seeing in the application of Gauss's theorem. So one is positive plate. These are the parallel plates. Conductor can be in the form of parallel plates. Or it can be in the concentric spheres, or it can be in the form of coaxial cylinders, etc., etc., any shape. So, if capacitor arrangement consists of, you have two conductors. One is having plus Q charge, another is having minus Q charge, separated by insulating medium. Okay, so there will be some potential difference. Plus Q will be having potential, and minus Q is having some other potential. So there is a potential difference between them. And in between them there is an electric field. So when you increase the charge, the potential difference will increase. Of course, the electric field between them also will increase. Okay, electric field is there in between the conductors. Potential difference is the charge, all depend upon the charge. When charge increases, potential also will increase. Potential difference will increase. E equal to V upon V, electric field also will increase. So the charge given to charge is direct, you can see that charge is directly proportional to potential difference. If we say that potential difference across the two conductors is directly proportional to charge, as we increase the charge, potential difference will increase. We are writing this fact like this. So Q is the charge on the capacitor, either plus Q or minus Q. That is directly proportional to the potential difference. And this proportionality is removed by a constant E equal to C in the mean, where C is called the capacitance. This is just like the format of Ohm's law. You know, I proportional to V, so V proportional to V equal to IR, where R is called the system. Similarly, here Q proportional to potential difference we are writing. So this proportionality constant is called by the term C is called capacitance. Capacitance means the meaning is that it is the ability of the conductor to store charge. Okay. So if you can collect huge amount of charge, that will be its ability. That depending upon its ability. So the meaning of capacitance is the ability to store charge. How can you measure it from this equation? So Q equal to CV if V is equal to 1 volt. From this equation, then Q equal to C. So capacitance is numerically equal to the charge required to increase the potential through 1 volt. Okay. Capacitance through. So capacitance of this conductor is or arrangement is equal to numerically equal to the charge that you are to give. Charge required to increase the potential or potential difference through 1 volt. So this is the capacitance on the way we'll see. And this capacitance of an arrangement depends upon its dimensions. It will not depend upon whether on the charge or potential difference, because from this equation we get the value C equal to Q upon V. If you increase Q, the value V also in proportionality will increase for a conductor. So we'll have some arrangement in capacitance. So if you have C is equal to independent of Q or V, C depends upon the dimensions. Dimension mean what about the size, area, cross section, and what is the distance between them. Okay, distance between the two conductors and what type of insulating medium we are using. So on the way we'll recognize the more points. So what is the most important relation is Q equal to CV, where Q is the amount of charge given to a capacitor. C is called capacitance. It is the capacitance of the arrangement, the ability of the system or conductor to store charge. It is numerically equal to the charge required to increase the potential through 1 volt. Okay, and so we have seen that capacitor consists of 2 conductors. One should be plus Q, another should be minus Q. So can you imagine a single conductor as a capacitor? Suppose you take only a single conductor. A single conductor can be taken as a capacitor, provided, okay, provided you take the other one, considering the other at infinity. So that is possible. So can we consider a single conductor as a capacitor? Of course, it's possible by considering the second one at infinity. That part is possible. Okay. So next one, I'm going to know what type of graph between Q and V. The nature of the graph is very important. If you plot a graph between Q and V, Q along y-axis and V, it is a straight line. This is along y-axis, this is along x-axis, and this is equal to y equal to mx. So where m is the slope, that gives you capacitance. The straight line, the slope of the line will give you capacitance. Okay? Slope of this line will give you capacitance. Suppose we are drawing the graph in the reverse order. Suppose we are putting here Q and here V. What will be the slope now? Here the slope of the line will be. Y coordinate is V upon Q, V upon Q, and this can be written as 1 upon Q by V. Q upon V equal to reciprocal capacitance. In this case, the slope will give you reciprocal capacitance. The capacitance means, the meaning is that it is the ability of a conductor to store charge. A ज़्यादा charge store कर सकता है. It can do more work, more electric charge it can store, and it can perform more work done. It can supply more energy. So this is about capacitance. Capacitance of an arrangement or conductor depends upon its dimensions. That means area, cross section. If two conductors are there, distance between them, what is the nature of medium, etc. We are going. So next is, depending upon the shape of the conductors that you take, we have different types of capacitors. First type of capacitor we are going to discuss in detail is parallel plate capacitor. Parallel plate capacitor. Parallel plate capacitor means the two plates should be of plates arranged parallel. It can be rectangular plates, circular plates, not parallel plate capacitor. First one, parallel plate capacitor. Arrangement. So first, parallel plate capacitor. Case one is of parallel plate capacitor. The conductors are in the form of plates arranged parallel. One is having plus Q charge, one is having minus Q charge. Case two, one more example I am giving. That means you can take two concentric spheres. One is on is R1, another on is R2. One is having plus Q charge, another is having minus Q charge, another is having minus Q charge. So that is a spherical capacitor. So we have to explain mainly only parallel capacitor. If you have cylinders, coaxial cylindrical capacitor is also there. So we have to discuss in the syllabus only parallel capacitor. So we are going for parallel capacitor. So what is the arrangement of parallel capacitor? Parallel capacitor means two parallel plates of area cross section each and be the distance of separation. And you can mark B the potential difference between them. Plus Q's are higher potential, minus Q are lower potential. There is a potential difference between them. Can anyone tell me, is there any electric field between the two plates? Plus Q, minus Q? This was already derived equation. Anyone? There is a uniform electric field between
No, sir.
This was already derived equation. You have plus Q parallel plates, so there is a uniform electric field, and that uniform electric field is equal to sigma by epsilon. So sigma means charge per unit area. That is charge is A upon unknown. Sigma is Q divided by A, charge per unit area. So this uniform electric field existing there, and you want to find out what the capacitance of this arrangement. So very important. What we discuss parallel capacitor. Parallel capacitor consists of two parallel plates of area A each and small d the distance of separation. So there is a uniform electric field between them as shown from positive negativity going there, sigma by epsilon 0 and V the potential difference. So what is the electric field? First point we write electric field that is sigma by epsilon 0. We want to find out what the capacitance of this arrangement. Okay, what is the capacitance of this arrangement we want to calculate. So first point is equal to sigma by epsilon 0. That is sigma apparent charge per area. This is electric field. Second point, therefore, what is the potential difference between the plates? Electric field and potential difference, we know how to calculate is equal dV by dr. Potential difference upon distance, where d the distance of separation. So potential difference is equal to electric field distance. Q divided by A epsilon 0 into D. Number 1. Point number 3. How will you calculate the capacitance? Capacitance is calculated by the equation Q equal to series equal to Q divided by V. Where Q the charge and V the potential difference between the two plates. Capacitance is given by C equal to Q by V. So Q divided by V value from equation number 1 to Q divided by A epsilon 0 into D. Q cancel C equal to epsilon 0 A by D. So this is the capacitance or the parallel capacitor epsilon 0 A by D. The capacitance or the parallel capacitor with air as a medium. Okay, and if there is a medium, if you are filling, suppose there is a medium, still we have dielectric constant epsilon r. The capacitance in a medium equal to epsilon 0 epsilon r A by D. This is derive on the way. So capacitance will increase when you add a dielectric medium. All other parameters will decrease. There's a force decreases, electric field decreases, potential decreases, potential energy decreases when there is a medium around it. Because also 1 by 4 by epsilon 0 epsilon r each other. Now in this case, capacitance of a parallel capacitor when there is a medium, so that tries to increase the capacitance. So this was a good question. How can you increase the capacitance of a parallel capacitor? How can you increase the capacitance of a parallel capacitor? This is the equation by C can be increased by increasing the value of epsilon r. Use the minimum high value of epsilon r, dielectric constant. By increasing area, this can be do up to some extent, otherwise the device becomes bulky, up to some limits. And third one, by decreasing the value of D. This is also up to limits. If the two conductors are very close, then electric discharge will take place. Charge will jump from one plate to another plate. So that should be avoided. So up to some distance you can decrease. So these are the different ways of increasing the capacitance of parallel capacitor. First one by using a medium of high value epsilon r. Second by increasing the area up to limit and by decreasing the value of distance to separation. So write the equation and this is the capacitance of parallel capacitor. Okay. So we have introduced the term capacitance and what is the unit of capacitance? SI unit of capacitance. Equation is known to as is equal to Q by, and for a particular case, parallel capacitor also, we obtain the equation. This is in an air medium, epsilon to the by, that is in the medium also we can. So what is the SI unit of capacitance? And can you design such kind of value in a laboratory building by using a parallel capacitor? We'll see that. So SI unit of capacitance is farad. It is not Faraday. Faraday is something related to electrolysis. Okay, it is SI unit of capacitance. SI unit of capacitance is Farad. Okay, students often confuse this with Faraday. Can anyone know what is Faraday? 1 Faraday is 96,500 coulomb of charge that is coming with the Faraday's laws of electrolysis. Don't confuse this. This is Farad, represented by F. Is SI unit of capacitance. P equal to Q by D. If Q is equal to 1 coulomb, 1 coulomb charge increases its potential to 1 volt, then capacitance is said to be 1 farad. So C is said to be 1 farad, it's 1 coulomb of charge. 1 coulomb of charge increases its potential to 1 volt. The capacitance of a conductor or arrangement is said to be 1 farad. If 1 coulomb charge increases its potential to 1 volt. 1 coulomb charge itself is a huge value. And if 1 coulomb charge increases potential to 1 volt, then capacitor of that arrangement or a conductor, we say that it is 1 farad. 1 farad equal to 1 coulomb upon 1 volt. Now, next my question is, can we design 1 farad capacitor in a building by using a parallel capacitor? Suppose you take 2 plates, 1 millimeter apart, 1 centimeter apart. So 1 farad is a huge value. It's a huge value. 1 farad is very huge value. Therefore, smaller values are used in different applications. Okay, so they may be using microfarad. 1 microfarad, 10 to the power minus 6 farad, 1 microfarad, 10 to the power minus 12 farad, 1 nanofarad. All values are to be used. This is because farad itself is a huge value. It's a huge value. So next my question is that you have to work out to get to 1 farad capacitor. So we have designed a parallel capacitor. So what should be the area cross section required to get 1 farad capacitor if the distance of separation is 1 centimeter? And can we design 1 farad parallel capacitor in a building, in a classroom, or in a lab? So that shows how big the value is. We just try to calculate this value, all of it. You'll see that. You are asked to get a capacitance of 1 farad for a parallel capacitor. Area cross section plus charge plus Q, minus charge minus Q. Separation is D, area cross section A. It is their medium. You are given D equal to 1 centimeter. What should be area cross section required to get 1 farad capacitor? C equal to epsilon 0 A by D. These values you want to calculate the value of A. So A is equal to epsilon C D divided by epsilon 0. So this is equal to C value is 1, D is about 1 centimeter, 10 to the power of minus 2, epsilon 0 is 8.8 by 10 to the power minus 1. So approximately you have to calculate this value. 10 to the power of minus 12 is coming to the numerator. Calculate the value and tell me what is the value you are getting here. 1 upon 8.85. This is 1 upon 8.85. 10 to the power minus 12. Going to then you are getting 10 to the power of 10. Or this I am getting it as 1 on 10 divided by 8.85 10 to the power of 9 meters square. This is your area question. So 10 divided by 8.85 is approximately 1. थोड़ा सा ऊपर है 1 point something value. So nearly you can get approximately 10 to the power of 9 meters square. So this will be approximately, you can take it at 10 to the power of 9 meters square. You just imagine 10 to the power of 9 meters square if you use a square plate. Okay, if you use a square plate of area, the area is 10 to the 9 meters square. Approximately it should be, if you use a square plate of 30 kilometer, approximately it should be used to get 1 farad capacitor. So area cross section is very, very high. So that means if you take a square plate, approximately 30 kilometer in length and breadth, that can provide approximately 1 farad capacitor. So we cannot arrange them in a classroom or in a physics lab. So this example just to give you the idea how big it is, 1 farad capacitor. Of course, we are using farad as the unit. So this is a huge value. Okay? Yes. Next point is expression for energy stored in the capacitor. Very important one. So you are charging your mobile. Sometimes 30%, 60%, 100% charge and can be used. So here also capacities also we are going to connect to battery. The battery will do the work done to charge capacitor. Once it is charged, it can be used. That can electrical energy will be stored. What is the energy stored in the capacitor? So we have a capacitor. You are given a capacitor of capacitance C. Capacitance C depends upon, this is the symbolic representation of a capacitor. Okay, 2 parallel lines of equal length. 2 parallel lines of equal length, that will be the symbol of capacitance. If 2 parallel lines of one is shorter and smaller, what does it represent? Anyone?
Battery.
That is a cell. 2 cells will connect in battery. Okay. So दोनों parallel lines है, but 2 equal parallel lines, one is positive, another is negative capacitor का representation. And this is the cell का. So capacitance is given to you. Capacitance is independent of the charge or potential difference, depends upon area, distance, and what is the medium. So depends upon the dimensions of the conductor and the medium. Okay. So C is given to you. And we want to charge. Initially there is no charge. So we want to charge. We have to connect. So we have to connect to this battery. Battery company. We are connecting to this battery. The battery will do the work done to transfer charge from one plate to another plate. During charging, say at any time. At any time T, suppose the first plate will you charge at saying that +2 charge at +1. Second में -2 charge. Okay, 10% is charged at any time. One is having +2, another is having -2. धीरे-धीरे charge होता है. As soon as they are charging and +2 the charge, there will be a potential difference. Potential difference means there is a amount of work done in moving a unit charge from one point to the other point. Suppose you want to charge it again, 100%, 90%, 100% charge. Again, the battery has to work. work transfer further charge. So at this time t, at time t, what is the potential difference? Potential difference is V. How to find out potential difference? What is the charge at that time divided by its capacity? Number one. This potential difference meaning that work done to move a unit charge from one plate to another plate. This work is doing by the battery. So to take further charge dq from one plate to another plate. The charge here will increase dq plus q plus dq, and this charge here will be equal to minus q minus dq. The charge is again transferring from one plate to another plate with the battery. Work done for this is work done to transfer small amount of charge. Beta is equal to potential into d. V of potential is V1 by Q by C into dq. So work done. To transfer small amount of charge, work done is Q by C dq. So we want to charge the capacitor from each charge here you have to zero and to get a maximum charge. Take capital Q. What is the total work done? Battery has to do the work. Battery has to do work. So total work done to get full charge, 0 to capital Q, integrate that is equal to integral Q by C dq from 0 to Q. Integrating the value. Total work done. Therefore, total work done is obtained by 1 by C common constant can be taken outside 0. Integrate Q dq. Okay, this integral Q dq means equal to Q square by 2 between the limit 0 to Q. So 2 can be around C upper limit minus lower limit. So this work done is Q square by 2C. This work done is stored as energy in the capacitor, that is Q square by 2C. Very important. Okay, but the energy stored in the capacitor is Q square by 2C, and we can write other format of the equation too. So there are three variables in the capacitor. One is C, another is Q and V. So equation involves two variables. One is Q and C. So other equation also we write Q square by 2C. So what are the other equations? So this is another derivation very important. That the capacitor and find energy stored. Derive expression for energy stored. Okay. So energy is equal to Q square by 2C. We have the variable C is the variable C and Q completed. Now I am putting the value P equal to C. So energy is formed as C square P square divided by 2C. That is half C V square. This is a very common form of equation for energy. Just like kinetic energy is half mv square. Potential energy in the spring is half kx square. So it is almost similar type of energy. Kinetic energy half. Potential energy of the spring is half kx square. It's all the same format of the equation. Energy in the capacitor is half cv square. So first equation is the second equation. So Q and C completed and C and B completed. Now we have an relation between B and Q. So remove this one from here. C can be, but again C equal to Q upon B. So in this equation will be equal to half Q upon B into B square. One B cancel. U equal to we are getting it as half. These are the three equations. Direct expression can be there. So you can find energy stored in the capacitor. Derive the equation for energy stored in the capacitor. All the three equations you write. First preference goes to half CV square or Q square by 2C or is half V. So this is the energy stored in the capacitor. So the arrangement to store electrical energy and charge in a small space and can be. Okay, these are the points for this. So all of you write this equation 5 times in the copy just now. All these equations. Equation half CV square Q square by 2C. Five times, all of you write all the three equations. Have all of you completed? Okay, Parin, tell me what are the three equations for energy stored?
U equals to half CV square, U equals to Q square by 2C, and U equals to half QV.
Okay. Akshita Jain, tell me all the three equations fast.
Half C square
Half.
QC
Continue.
U equal to half C square Q square by 2C half QV.
Half QV, right? 5 times. I told you to write 5 times. Okay, Nachiketa Bhatnagar. Three equations fast.
So U is equals to half CV square, U is equals to Q square upon 2C, and U is equals to half CV square.
Half QV, last one. Half CV square, Q square by 2C, half QV. Okay, write it 5 times. So other points will continue next class.